I was on 70 west, and I got to 89 south here in Utah. 89 south, heading down to Bryce Canyon, and been coming up along this river here, Sevier River, S-E-V-I-E-R, Sevier River. And it's hot, and I'm sweaty, so I'm gonna go for a swim and clean up a little bit, wake up a little bit. Yesterday's hike over there in Canyonlands was hot and sweaty, and although I can take a shower in my van, I just kind of crashed last night. I was tired, so I'm just gonna get a little swim here, clean up. It'll be good. It'll be refreshing. Got a good little current to it, and the water is cold, but that's to be expected. It's hot today here in southern Utah. Interesting material coming out of this mountainside. I'll shoot some video of it. See that tan color stuff just coming right out of the mountain? If you're a geologist or know ye minerals, what is that? Post a comment on the video. There's the van. The van has been running great. It's been running great. I've been getting anywhere from 14 to 17 miles per gallon on the highway. Close up the windows here so we can hear. This is very picturesque coming down this Route 89. If you find yourself coming down this road on the way to Bryce Canyon, you're going to see a lot of RV parks in a lot of small towns along the way. So there's plenty of places to stay. I'm not sure exactly what the accommodations are in Bryce Canyon. 15 miles from the entrance to Bryce. It's already looking Bryce-like. Dixie National Forest. It's called Red Canyon through here. Well, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and it seems pretty busy. I didn't expect it to be this busy, and by busy I mean I'm behind a line of vehicles. It was very crowded through some of the commercial areas that are outside the park. The one thing I did notice is there's lots of lodging, and it seemed like most places had vacancy. So I guess this time of year wouldn't be considered, you know, peak. Obviously, it wouldn't be the crowded part of the season. So we'll see what happens when we get in the park. All right, we're coming up on Bryce Canyon entrance sign. It There's always people wanting to get the picture taken next to the sign. I don't know why. Like many people that travel in a van, we try to get somewhere rural and quiet by ourselves if we can. Back where I drove through to get here, the Dixie National Forest, I passed a lot of national forest roads giving access to the national forest, so I'll probably go back there and I'll find myself a place tonight. But right now I just want to get in the national park and drive around and see what it looks like and take some pictures and show it to you folks. Entrance fees, they are $35 per vehicle. You can get a Bryce Canyon annual pass for $70. You can get a senior lifetime pass for $80. A senior annual pass for $20. Motorcycle $30. Oh yeah. Hey, how's it going today?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
Need a map?
Please, what's the camping like on site here?
It's full unless you've got a reservation.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go back to the National Forest tonight. All right, anything else I need to know?
That's about it.
All right, thank you. Bye. All righty. Well, we're on. Here's the visitor center. I think I'm going to skip the visitor center here in the heat of the day. It'll be busy. And all the campgrounds are full, as you might have heard her say. Got a pretty good campsite here. Nobody around me. I'm all alone. I hope some city dweller doesn't show up in their brand new Mercedes diesel RV van and just, you know, pull over there like 30 yards from me and set up, start the generator on. I haven't really had something happen to me quite like that, but you know how it is. It's like going to the beach and you find a nice little open area to put your blanket out and enjoy yourself, and 3 people come and sit 5 feet from you. Anyway, pretty good spot here. Got the van level. The plumbing's gonna work. And look, I got some firewood that somebody left for me, so that's good. There's a bunch of it around. Fire danger, the sign said, is moderate, which I think means I can have a fire in a nice contained ring. So yeah, we're gonna have a fire tonight, even though it's pretty hot today, you know. But I'm gonna go make supper right now. That's what we're gonna do, make supper. So I've got this chicken. and some leftover black beans and corn. It's warm in the van. It'll cool down. Of course, cooking won't help, but I had this chicken thawed now for a couple days. And the leftover corn and beans, so we're going to get it eaten up. As soon as the sun's down, it'll cool down today, or tonight. And we'll make a little fire. Practice a little guitar. What I found of the scenic national parks is that it's lots of cars, lots of traffic, lots of people. I can't believe what it would be like in the summertime or vacation time. Here it is, end of September, and there's still a lot of cars stopping at every vista. Sometimes there's not a parking spot. All kinds of people crowded around. Impossible to take decent video or shots. So the only way to do these national canyons or national parks, especially if you're an outdoor person who likes quiet, who likes to be alone, you got to find the places that you can break away and do the hikes or the bicycle trails and things like that. You got to get away from the main thing. Take one day or even less than one day, go to the vistas, take the pictures, whatever, and then, get off the beaten track. Whoops, spillage. It'd be nice to have a wider, deeper sink than this. You can see the limitation. You got a pan this size, and just barely fits down in the sink. And if you want to kind of keep it flat to wash it or whatever, you got to hold it up. But it works. I can hold 20 gallons of fresh water. When you're RVing it, you have to learn how to conserve water, and that's easy to do, really. You don't need to just let things run. Same thing when I take a shower. 5-gallon hot water system. I don't even use the full 5 gallons. My vitamin. Take my vitamin. Filter. Seattle's best. You guys like that? When I was living in Redmond, Washington, that's when I first got introduced to this, and I've been pretty much drinking it ever since. It's a big old jug, pretty heavy. Ready to roll for the morning. If you're wondering what that red bungee is for, that is for securing this coffee maker to the counter. All right, I think I'll have a little OJ and have my vitamin. This OJ is almost gone.
So we'll finish it up. Vitamin C. And all these other vitamins, whatever they are. Down the hatch. Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. How long you gonna stay, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Venture Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. 'Cause the free wind is blowing through your woohoo. Watch out, it's getting hot. I want hot to getting on the van. Not bad. The free wind is blowing through your hair, and the day surrounds your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the or something like that. It's first thing in the morning and the crowds aren't here, but the horses are going down. The mules with the people, that was cool. I didn't get up in time to see the sunrise, but it wouldn't have mattered because it's such a clear day. There were no clouds to accentuate the colors of the sunrise. Okay, we're on the Fairyland Loop Trail. Beautiful morning. It was cool, but it's going to warm up. Make a good day for hiking. Pretty sight, huh? This is called the amphitheater. And we're going to walk down through the amphitheater. Should be nice. Given that it's the early morning, I won't have as many of the sightseers and looky-loos and loud people. Hopefully the part of the trail I'm going to be on is somewhat quiet. A lot of cool rock formations. Boy, September in the high country, I guess that's my most favorite time of the year. If you have time off, September, it's almost like it's a cool version of summer. I mean, you can still have some pretty warmer summer-like days, but for the most part, it's cool at night, 70s during the day, clear skies, and today there's no wind, so it's really nice. I think the highest point in Bryce Canyon is like 9,100 feet. I drove up there yesterday, took a few pictures. Now I'm hiking down in. What a gorgeous day. But it sure is pleasant walking down this trail. And evidently I have the right spacing between me and others because I haven't run into anybody. It's been quiet. There's one couple behind me, but they stopped to take pictures, so there's quite a gap. I don't hear any conversations or anything. So this is really nice. Bryce Canyon. I'm sure glad you're with me. Like and subscribe. Could you hear those girls? It's a big group of them, about 15 of them. They call themselves the Explorers Chick Club. I would like to have videoed the conversation I had with them, but you know, some people don't want to be on video, and you know, I didn't want to ask, but they were from all over, and a pretty interesting group. I'd say all in their 30s. They all look to be in shape and having a good time. And so there was a hill there. I came up the hill. I started singing, "I'm not as good as I once was. And that's the cold, hard truth." And oh, they got a big kick out of that. They laughed. I wish I'd had that on video. All right, finishing up, coming back up to the rim, but still 2.7 miles, but on the bike path, basically, back to the van. But that was worth it. That was a good hike. The Fairyland Loop Trail. It's about 6 miles of it down in the canyon. And like I said, a couple miles going back up to where the van is. Pretty nice place. This is more picturesque than Canyonlands, but Canyonlands, you know, it has its beauty too, but not the formations that this has. I mean, look at this. Whew. I'm back on the rim, headed back up to Sunrise Point, which is where the van is, where I started this 8.5 mile loop. You know, it's not a bad hike. Some of the uphill stretches coming out are, you know, exerting, but they're not like super steep. Check this out. You know that's so brittle, that limestone or sandstone or whatever, making it easy for the wind and the rain to erode it and cause all these shapes and hoodoos. There's part of the trail down there. Can you see it? Yeah, it's a picturesque hike. There's the rim up there. I'm not too far away from getting back on the top. Really cool. It's been a beautiful September. September is usually my month where I get in a van and go places, and this trip has been super nice, just like all of them. But finishing off here in Bryce, pretty nice.